Hey, folks, it is. Sorry, I felt my seat go down. I don't know. I've been wondering this, but hold on. My name is Dre. I run the Tattoo Squid podcast. So if you're new to this um, lovely establishment that's behind me and for me, and you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Dre. Go like Squid. Um, right there. Like, yeah, got my own jacket. Um, yeah. So if you want to, I know it started like believe me, I usually have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I do. But if you're new to this show, and if you watch this on YouTube, click the like, subscribe, comment whatever you want me to talk about. That's great. I'll talk about anything, even if you want me to talk about politics and maybe religion. But I don't know. I'll give my opinion about it, but that's all I can do because I'm not really known to talk about that stuff. Um, and if you're listening, you can rate it to whatever you like. I think of five. I think it goes up to or whatever. Um, but welcome for the new ones. The ones that are here already know what usually goes on, and there's sometimes I don't even know what's going on. But I do know for a fact that this seat just went down for no fucking reason at all. You ever notice that? I mean, I get this chair, and you know, I sit in it. It's levitated up, no problem. But then I leave, I come back, and it's lower. I don't really know if if there's a ghost that sits in my chair and just like really heavy is down. You know. But it is what it is. So, but like I said, welcome again. Um, so basically, this is going to be a wrestling thing, which I usually talk about once in a while, but there's been a lot of shit going on. I'm not like all those other ones where they have like stuff pop up over here and over here and over here. Um, I usually try to do that, and the graphics I used to do, um, it doesn't really come out that really good for me. I mean, so my thing is, what you see is what you get. So you see me talking, that's what you're gonna get. I know everybody else has the little pizzazz and all that. I would like to do that. I'm not really too keen on computer graphics and all that, which I know, but I love to be, if I could be a radio DJ, I'll be, WBAB, man, I'll try to get into it. I don't really have any knowledge like going to school for it because I go into high school. I wasn't planning on going to college. I did mostly working. But anyway, we're going to get into wrestling. So to start off, last Friday, as of last Friday, WWE has done their budget cuts, as they call it. Well, they didn't say budget cuts, but they did something, but back in the day, they would call it budget cuts, which we all know the budget cuts means they're releasing a bunch. Usually, last, I don't know, the last time they did it, they had like about 40 or 20, whether it's the talent or it's the people that work behind the scenes have been let go or whatever. But, now it's just a few, it might add on, down the line. I haven't heard anything as of recent, but for the ones now, Authors of Pain, which is AOP, which is the group that is combined with Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Uh, but and also their manager, Paul Ellering, which he was like both, all three have been let go once before. Now they get let go again. If you don't have, I don't know. It's crazy. Now Blair Davenport, which went through the whole thing of NXT, um, was brought up from NXT to go to SmackDown. Been here, been doing the little things here, little things there, and that was it. They had like nothing for them, nothing for for her. Sonya Deville, WWE is not going to be renewing her contract, so at that point, um, when she's done, she can go wherever she wants to go and not have to wait for that 90 days. Which again, folks, I I don't understand it. So, but let me get through the names first, and then I'll get back into what I don't understand. And maybe some people that are in the wrestling community that know a lot more about the backstory than I would. I know it, a little bit here, a little bit there, to really get by and know what's going on. Well, like I said, Paul Ellering, which is manager of AOP, Cedric Alexander, which, he is just like phenomenal. Works both sides of being a heel, babyface when he's let go. But honestly, he can have like a back part, where he can go to AEW because his wife is, which I don't know if she's in AEW because I haven't seen her on there in a while, a long while. But Cedric Alexander is very known for the whole independent scene and does great things on the independent scene, which would be phenomenal to fucking look at. Um, Isla Dawn, which I know my friends at the Perked Up gang is not too happy about this. Neither am I. Yeah, but um, it, she promising they had like she was two-time, I think two-time, maybe one, with Fire, being the tag team champions at one point, plus NXT champions, tag team champions in Oregon Raw or SmackDown. Uh, and then you got the Good Brothers, which again, they were let go once before, and then they got brought back because of Triple H being in charge. Now they're gone. I don't know. Giovanni Vinci, he's I don't know. I never really liked the guy. Maybe he's like the only one that's good to go. I don't know. Maybe he can do good stuff on the outside. Uh, Electra Lopez, same thing. I haven't seen really much stuff going on with her. But now, does the list go on? Is there going to be more? Or is there just going to be just that handful? Basically on two hands. Um, you know, go like, just does the list go on? They say to make room for the NXT talent. Um, I mean, honestly, why are you gonna make room for the NXT talent and you're gonna bring them up and then you got nothing for them? I mean, let alone Road Dogg is the head writer now, so maybe they'll have some shit for everybody. I would hope, because it's it's mind-boggling how they would go and have people in NXT doing all that work, getting titles, doing getting everything to them as it is. And Shawn Michaels is doing a great fucking job. Ava's doing a great fucking job. Love it. Um, and even to the fact that Ricky Starks shows up in NXT. That's crazy. So I thought they're gonna be doing more what they usually do, like I'm sporting the shirt. I'm in the performance center. Da, 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 and then they go and mold the craft of each person, bringing them in there, making a class or whatever. Um, but they're making room. Uh, okay, they're weeding out people. Okay, fine, I understand that. But then you're gonna bring NXT up, and then what? You're not gonna have anything for them again for weeks on end when you got people that's been there for God knows how long and still get they get by with paycheck after paycheck, and they haven't really done anything. Then you look them in the background, like holy shit, they're still there, but they are producers now, or they're doing this. You know, it's crazy. They still have like the one that's been rehired, then they let him go again. I mean, honestly, if they were turned around and say 5 months later, saying, "Hey, we want you to come back," I wouldn't be surprised if they say, "Fuck you, I'm not doing it," because you let me go once, bring me back, and let me go twice. Nah, I'm not going to do it again because what? You're going to let me go again? I'm like shit. That's more disgruntled as it is. Um, so the Hall of Fame inductees, which is funny, we call it, I guess, the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels like sneaking up on Triple H, and he doesn't even know. He's like, what the fuck? But Triple H getting inducted in the Hall of Fame again. Um, but the first time was with DX. And this one is just by himself. So, which is good. Kudos. Kudos. He does a great job. I like it. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do to be here. And, it is. Uh, Also, if the Undertaker's going in, you have the wife going in there. So you got Michelle McCool being in there. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, I like the fact that she's in there. But then if you're going to have Michelle McCool in there, then you got to get Layla in there because, you got Layla and McCool, and they were a tag team. Should have gone in there. I think there's a bunch of other like ladies that should have been in the Hall of Fame. I think Kelly Kelly. I'm not sure if she's in it, but should. There's a bunch of other ones that should be in it. Uh, Now I found out that my favorite tag team, which I got a bunch of favorite tag teams, but my favorite tag team, which I love the music, is Demolition. And folks, if you don't know who Demolition is the most like brutal tag team. Like they basically just like kick your teeth in and then ask you questions after, or they don't like what you look like, and they'll tell you, but then they'll still beat you up too. But they come down the ring wearing like leather, the leather chaps, have the gear on. Um, they take the chaps off and they have like the trunks with the cross, um, kind of thing going across, kind of, the body, wearing the mask and the spikes all over the place, and just awesome. And you hear that dirge, dun, 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 you know, and they either liked or they're not liked. So it, it's either way, but it's like you got your heel, you got your baby face. But the baby face they're really good, but they were shocked that they got that pop. It's like, but then I found out they have a Legends contract, which I they haven't been in WWE because they had some kind of uh like lawsuit thing going around because of the name and everything else. But now they have a Legends contract, which from what I read is like, once you have a Legends contract, they can use your name, your likeness, this, that, whatever, I don't know. But could Demolition be in the Hall of Fame? I think that'd be cool, especially when they come out and you know, I mean honestly, they got the Dudley Boys in before Demolition. I mean, let alone they got other people that hasn't been in there. Um, hell, even TNA is doing like a Hall of Fame on their side. I don't think AEW has been in that record area of doing that. Usually I go and talk about some kind of like monstrous or some kind of horror kind of thing. I don't really have anything to go by, only from the wrestling point of view I've gotten. Um, been having a lot of stuff family wise going on. But I also have, you know, work wise, helping out a friend. I was doing 6 days of work where, a lot of people have been doing 6 days, 7 days a week. I'm trying to keep my weekends as it is, and anybody needs help, I might try to help them out. But family wise, uh, yeah, it keeps you on your toes, and I don't want to get into it because if my family's like listening to this, like, why are you airing out family stuff, which I'm not trying to do. But I mean, that's the reason why I haven't been on as much as I always try to be. I try to be like on a weekend, so I'll try to do Saturday or Sunday. Um, I mean, right now it's Tuesday. Uh, like I said, I worked on Saturday, kind of like a little drawn out on Sunday. So trying to get back in the swing of things. So if anybody that wants to be hanging out, talking about anything that comes to mind, ever, whether it's their lifestyle, it's their likes, their dislikes, their um, podcast. If you are a celebrity and you have movies, which I don't see celebrities coming onto this program or this channel, um, because I don't see myself being a huge thing for celebrities to come on. But I mean, wrestlers. I had a couple of wrestlers here and there, but not huge name ones, and not a lot of huge name musicians. I had a bunch of like one or two or three different kinds of writers. Um, I would love to talk to Preston and Childs. Love those offers. The Pendergast uh, series or the Pendergast novels, as they call it. Uh, I got not really the newer one, but I mean it's newer to me because I haven't really read it, and I started reading it, so now I'm on like chapter 10, possibly. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. Uh, so basically, it's just me living life as we all do. Um, just seeing what it unfolds. Um, my seat's lower and my legs are cramping. Sorry. This is what happens when you get older. If you're younger than me, fuck you. You'll get to that age where you're like, oh my god, my knees are cramping. Yeah. Uh, and then you lose your hair, which I mean, I still can have hair growing up here, but I choose not to. I really want to go and try to do that whole Um, not Brazilian, but just wax it and make it nice and shiny. I know it's like it looks shiny now. Um, I don't know what else to talk about, folks. It's like, well, could talk about Frankie, but he's trying to sign up today. Uh, really, Frank? Okay. So, but if anybody that wants to be a guest, it's pretty much easy. You can either go to my link tree, which is Linktree slash not the guitars. Uh, Linktree, that's linktr.ee/ capital T A 2 SQUID podcast, all one word. And it has all the listings of whatever you listen to podcasts, YouTube from where this is at. Then that one you can like, subscribe, like I said from before. Give me your input. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I mean, I'll talk about whatever. And if you want to be a guest, just put it on there. Say, hey, I'd like to be a guest. I'll send you info. I'll give you I'll tell you when, I usually send like a link for whatever to do, and we go from there. Um, Again, if you don't want to be on a video, which is fine. 'Cause I honestly didn't want to start off on video. It's just the way it happened because it was a little bit easier to do, and I didn't know how to do audio. And actually, I had to really thank Talking Shiz, um, because he's the one that really got me uh, into the audio and gave me the means to do the audio. So then it was worth doing. So then I had audio and I could be able to do the video. Well, I mean, I did the audio, but now I do this. We call it with Zoom, and then that way I can do the audio and the video. So it splices it, so that way I can just take the audio where I need to do the audio thing, and I got the video, and I can do the video thing right here. Yeah, and then just either edit whatever in the front, back, middle, whatever. Um, yeah, so just Linktree, and plus also there is uh, a shop that you can go shopping. You can do wear shirts, hats, beanies, whatever. There's a list that has a whole bunch of different shit. Um, Pricing is not that bad. You figure a shirt now it's like 20 something dollars. I think the shirt that's on there it's like 14, 15. So it's almost like your retro, like heavy metal shirts almost. Uh, I'm gonna try to put more different picture stuff in there. Because I found this app that I can get a good quality picture and just type whatever. If I want to put a penguin and dancing on Broadway, probably give me a picture of a penguin dancing on Broadway, which I'm not gonna have. But anyway, um, what else is there? Yeah, but like I said, talking shit is helped me out a lot. There's a lot of podcasters that helped me out. Oh, excuse me. That was some good uh capellini something. I don't know. It was some good soup. Uh, what else is there? Folks, I'm usually not like this, but if I had a guess, there'll be like an hour and a half, 2 hours of crazy shit. Of both sides. We talking about different shit, and I'll be writing stuff down and then making them a. Oh my god, my brain's just fucking fried. Yeah. No, just make episode art. That's episode art. That's what it was. So, folks, yeah, just give a follow, like, subscribe. If you're listening to this, rate it, 5 stars or whatever you favor is good. That way I can, and then also Spotify. You go on Spotify, rate it, um, give a comment, uh, what you think, like a rating, because it helps out me, to broaden my horizon, to broaden to everybody's horizon, to see and hear what I usually talk about. Uh, Usually there's like, a lot of people probably looking at like, it's like a whole bunch of hoot nanny and, he's talking mumbo jumbo stuff, but there's like stuff that people listen to, like, wrestling. Um, there is like metal, there's, camping. People do camp. Um, cars, which I'm not really good at fixing cars or anything, but uh, Funko Pops, which I have a decent amount of Funko Pops. Not a lot, but a decent amount. And I got some weird shit going on here. And then we can play games as well, like movie game, which I love. And there is a couple of games I found out about, which I knew about, which is like Exploding Kittens. And people are probably going, Exploding Kittens, what the fuck is that? I'm like, well, it's a game. It's kind of like Uno. Well, Uno, there's another thing about Uno that is really crazy as well. I love that. Uh, Exploding Kittens, it's basically the same thing, but you're either coursing strategically, trying to get this person to pick a card that's going to explode, or trying to maneuver. And it it's a lot of fun. Um, Me and my girlfriend have fun playing it, one on one. You can have, sorry, um, one on one, or you can have like 4 or 5, possibly 6. I think you have 6 people. Uno, the same way. There's Uno that's all wild. There's Uno No Mercy, which you just have to see it to believe it. It's just crazy. Um, I think that's about it. I'm sorry it's not worthwhile, and it hasn't. It's just me talking shit, talking about um, whatever comes to mind, whatever floats my fancy. Um, yeah. So take it easy. Have a good day. Have a good night. And if you're in the Long Island area, we are hating this windy, cold, fucking weather and snow. I'm getting sick of snow to a point where I'm thinking like we should go move to Florida. You know, I don't know. I don't mind having a little bit of sun. But it is what it is. Adios, people. Have a good time doing what you do. Um, and I'm gonna go and make some kind of episode art, or I'll just make it simple. Yeah, I'll do that app thing like I was saying before. Oh well. But like I said, folks, if you want to talk to me, chat with me, go on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it is. Um, it's at podcast Tattoo Squid. Um, Go to Instagram Tattoo Squid. That's TATOSQUID. Um, dot podcast. I'm also now, since there is no TikTok, there's a Clapper. So I think that If I remember right, it is TA2SQUID underscore podcast. There is another one that I go to now, and it's like uh, somewhat like a Twitter kind of thing, um, called Blue Sky. I don't know what the handle is on that one. Hold on. Let's see if I can get the. Um, Actually, there's a lot of people that's liking on Clapper. Uh, I do deliveries, and I've seen, and I usually take pictures of uh, whatever's like weird that's on there, or it's like a statue or whatnot. And I found something that had like a Doctor Who on like the telephone booth. And a lot of you are young, the hell's a telephone booth? I'm like, well, it's a telephone that's in the ground kind of thing, and it has a booth so you can talk your shit, without people listening to your shit. But you put in coins or whatever in there. So, Blue Sky, just give me 1 second here. I could tell you the name. Oh, well, dumb, stupid me. So you go to, it's Tattoo Squid Podcast, all one word. It's TATSQUID dot BSKY dot social. That's for the Blue Sky. So go in there. You can message me if how to get on. If you have a podcast, if you are an author, if you are, singer of a rock band or upcoming band, um, anything new, just come by. Say, hey, I want to be on. Hang out, whatever. We'll play games. No problem. I'm easy to get along. There's a lot of friends of mine. We call that hat on. We call it. They could tell you. Just put it on there. The podcast community will tell you. Um, some of them be like, I've heard of this guy. I've never been on there, but yes, I know, folks. I know I'm yapping too much. I'm buying time, because I need to find the button to say stop, or I can just go in the corner here. So have a good week. Actually, we got that Leprechaun Day. We got that whole everything being green in March next month. We just had Valentine's Day uh last week. Um, so yeah, we got like one other like holiday with like I said, the Leprechaun thing, which we should all watch Leprechaun the movie just for the fuck of it, because every horror movie does go in space sometimes. I think Chucky has still not gone to space yet. Hmm, that would be weird. Imagine Chucky and the Leprechaun fighting. Would it be like this? Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Okay, folks, let's get the fuck out of here. All right. So everybody say, get the fuck out of here. I heard you. Anyway, okay. Adios. And I'll see you on the flip side. Uh, See you on the flip side. It's like I just learned how to speak English today. Huh.